But if she was a black athlete, would the black athlete be getting that much fanfare?
No.
And then we've already seen it.
Because she's not better than Maya Moore.
Oh, no.
She's not better than Aja Wilson.
Oh,
she's not better than Lisa. Lisa Leslie just scored 100 points in a high school game. She's not better. Lisa Leslie dunking all kinds of stuff.
Aja Wilson, that's my girl, man.
Yeah, she be balling.
Hell yeah, but the thing is, okay, so it's just like kind of when you're on a bad team. I know Indiana's about their game up, but Z, when they want you to be good at, so here's what I would always tell people when I coach. If they pass you the ball 50 times and you score 20 points on 50 shot attempts, I don't know, man.
Yeah, right.
He had 30 points again, but he had 50 shot attempts. That means the rest of the team is rebounding the ball to give it to you. Is that really a team player?
Yeah.
So anyway, but that's part of
now. If you shot 15 shots, you went 10 to 15 and had like 30-something points. Now I'm looking at you crazy.
Like, damn.
You like, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah. So I look at this. I'm going back to the hockey thing. We talk about the importance of legacy building, EIO, 1, 2, 3, ABC, but yet and still we haven't gone up here and made some of these teams available for other people. Because I would tell you this, very serious about it. There are, for example, and again, I'm not sliding Magic on this at all. Magic is the man. But they haven't given Magic full ownership or nothing.
Nothing. But everywhere he goes is success. He changes the culture, and they use him to change the culture, but don't give him the ownership.
That's what I was going to say. See what I'm saying? They bring Magic out here. Magic gets people. And Magic will get you excited. He's the energy guy.
Yeah.
But you always see minority partner. Now, here's the thing I would ask you. I know Jordan is out of the game, but who would just recently talk about owning the team? Wasn't Shaq talk about owning the team?
Yeah.
So how in the hell you go get the hockey guy and you got Magic that Shaq had just been talking about owning the team.
And again, it's also how fast. See, what I've been paying attention to is how this is happening, how fast some of it is happening, right? Because it reflects, like you said, I think that's why I'm getting even more into what I'm doing with sports, because a lot of the things reflect what you're seeing in like so much of society. So you're seeing this with corporations too, and what the stuff that they're buying up, for example, and everything like that. And it mirrors the same thing that you're seeing. Because like you said, right, I look at it and the first thing I thought about when you were talking about is so how many billionaires, right, do you sell multiple teams to so it becomes one monopoly, which I thought that's not something you're supposed to be able to do, right? Then on the other side of that, it's okay, well, when you look at the culture of sports, right, the buy-in of the individuals, those that are leading the culture of the programs and different things like that, versus looking at them as money makers. We talked about Jerry Jones for months, and he just finally came out and said it this past week, Dad. He turned around and said, well, the Cowboys are a soap opera. Whenever it gets a little quiet and it gets a little low, I get together and I stir up the pot. So again, like you said, revenue share. Jerry Jones.
Hold that thought, Z. Not to cut you off on it, but I told somebody the other day, I said, Trump is to the United States what Jerry Jones is to the Cowboys. Because they both know if their name's in the limelight, people talking about them, something they got their finger, because no one's talking about how much money Trump is making with all this shit going on.
Individually for himself, yeah. He done lost a social media app, all kinds of stuff, Dad.
Trump is getting paid, and of course his kids are doing all this shit. But like I said, Trump's going to be one of these people, and see, they keep talking on it, but when Trump leaves, and I think if his number has been met, you ain't going to hear shit more from Trump. Because Trump's going to go over here, because Trump is wealthy. Trump is not Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Gates wealthy.
Nope.
Trump got money, but he's not wealthy like those guys. Now he's probably of course he's better known, but Trump wants his name to be referenced when they talk about, for example, when you talk about the greatest sinners, Jabbar Kareem name comes up first, Shaq comes up. Elijah Wan comes up. That's how Trump wants to be. He wants
greatest money makers ever.
Yeah, that's what he wants to be perceived as that, because that's the field he comes from.
Yep.
And now, so Jerry Jones does the same thing with the Cowboys. I don't fault the Cowboys, but Z, man, you know more about sports than I do. When you haven't won a championship in 20 years, Do you really need all the fanfare that the Cowboys get?
Nope. But you know what the problem is? To go back to it, he's an individual and he's got a unique, again, right, he on one team. Then you have him, like you said, do you need all that fanfare? The unique thing is that the Cowboys are one of the highest grossing sports teams in the entire world. So that's over soccer, over NBA, over baseball.
But think about why. Everywhere you go, there's a Cowboy fan.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you wasn't born in Dallas, you got Cowboy fans. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know guys now. One guy used to work with, that man never been to Texas.
Come on.
But he's a, you know what you say, man, they just win. No, they don't.
What?
No, they don't. No, okay, well, but then I give you another example. Look how many people follow the Raiders, man.
Oh, yep.
Personally, I think the Raiders are a grease fire, but they're the best grease fire because they're like, you know, they used to keep shit going. I mean, who was that running back that never panned out? They got all that money. Remember the running back they drafted?
Yeah, Darren McFadden.
Okay. So they talk shit about him. He got paid. See, I look at stuff now, Z. You can talk shit about me, but I still got paid.
That part.
It's immature, but it's still a reality of life.
Mm-hmm. And that's the era we in. Like, I got paid, so what?
So, and then how's your team doing? You know, one thing I used to like about the Yankees when Steinbrenner was there. Steinbrenner knew that the Yankees brand was only as good if they were winning. Mm-hmm. So Steinbrenner would go out there and buy the best players out there. Now, they're showing you now, you don't, I mean, and all the Dodgers are doing what the Yankees did 20 years ago.
That's what I was just thinking. The Dodgers took that same business. But again, like the Dodgers, the Eagles got that same business model.
But Z, okay, so here's the thing. If I'm going to pay you $50 million, I'm going to pay your other guys $75 million. My payroll, some of these payrolls are gigantic.
Yeah, they out of the world.
You can't be playing 500 football.
No.
You can get away with it in the NFL. You can't get away with it in the NBA or baseball.
No.
You can do that in the NFL because the NFL has said it repeatedly. We want parity.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Who does parity benefit? It doesn't benefit the fan. Mm-mm. It benefits the NFL because when they get a TV contract, they can say your small market team, your big market team, they're all going to get money.
Everybody's there to talk about.
Yeah. And like I said, that's the one thing I tell everybody about it. This goes back to this guy getting a buy of the Trailblazers. There was no black or minority owners that you guys could have approached about selling this team to. Because that good old boys in the room, you know, the board of governors, you know, the good old boys.
Yeah.
But but man, he got his hair braided like that. He smokes the ganja. Mm-hmm. Well, but you fuck prostitutes and do coke.
Come on. I was just saying that about this. There was this guy, he was getting grilled by a politician. I was like, man, he don't care. Even if this company, he gonna take the fall and be the one that they say he did this and he did that. Boy, he finna go on on vacations with hookers, like you said, and cocaine and alcohol.
You remember that show? Remember the show that The Rock was in called Ballers?
Ballers, yep.
I used to laugh so I said because they got those storylines from somebody.
That part, always. Excuse me.
And so now you can pass judgment on me, but here you are running around, you know, type thing. And that's why I tell people, Z, don't tell me about morality with the shit you're doing. Like I said, and again, I know this is graphic, and I'm going to apologize. But if you think you can sneak around, if I meet a man, get your dick sucked and nobody find out, you put dick all down her throat.
What? That's the truth.
You're trying to hit it and everything else. As soon as something came up, I didn't know. I was set up. No, you wasn't. You had your dick in your hand. You could easily say, I'm good. Mm-hmm. No, but when you thought, and your mom and I used to talk about this all the time, dude. Your mom and I would talk that if a man walked in the room and a lady's fine laying up there naked, yeah, I'm going to walk out the room and say, nah, that's not me. Hell no. If you think no one's going to find out, because, once I let it go, that's when my conscience kicks back in. Mm-hmm. As long as my gazoo is solid, I ain't thinking about shit, dog. But once, and that's the worst thing to have. Once you let it go, it's like, man, did I just do that?
What?
It ain't nothing, shitty, because how about this? You may get away with it, but if you always, 41 years, I worked as a police officer. Tell you a quick story. You remember that guy that was out killing police officers and all that shit that he had gotten wrong, the LAPD guy?
Yes.
It was fine. Okay. I knew him.
Okay.
And when all that shit was going on, people kept saying, man, he's out. No, they did security details on everybody. And they knew I knew him. They said, Rick, are you afraid? I said, I never fucked over him. Why am I afraid?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I tell people, the captain, Randy Kwan, I knew Randy. Randy helped me on a personnel complaint.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you a backstory about that. Randy Kwan was his attorney. Okay? When it came down time, Randy was a captain with LAPD. Randy wanted to keep getting cases, to defend police officers. So him and the league okey-doked that kid. Because think about this, Zachary. To kill a man's daughter, not kill him, you want that man to live with that every day. You had to wrong somebody to the core so hard that they wanted to, every time you wake up, you had to think about me. And that's why I tell people, man, Z, that's why you never screw over people, because you never know your consequences. So anyway, they kept him, man, you're not worried about, I said, man, I ain't did nothing to him. That's why I retired now, Z. I'm not worried because did I put people in jail? Yes.
Yep.
Did I kick people's asses? Yep. Yes, but guess what? Everyone that sees me said Webb was fair. Webb did this. And so the point I'm trying to make, Z, if you stay true to yourself and be who you are, you don't have to masquerade. If you don't like it, I don't like mayonnaise. I tell people I don't want it on my sandwich. You can put it on your sandwich. I don't want mayonnaise on my sandwich. But I'm not going to criticize you for eating mayonnaise. So I tell people, don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Worry about what you're doing, and you stay on the plus side of the box. You stay right. And everything tends to come together, man.
That part.
And because all we do now, Z, I always tell folks, and I want you to think about this before you answer. I want you to think about it before you answer. Do you want to be liked or do you want to be respected? Mm-hmm. Before you have to think about it. Do you want to be liked or do you want to be respected?
For me, it's respected because I've gone through the experience of being like, and I remember.
Z, enough said. You don't have to explain yourself. When you say respect, it's respect, period.
Yeah. Because
you shouldn't have to go through explaining why I want respect. Just respect me, period. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell people all the time. I don't give a shit you like me. I got kids. They should like me. I don't give a shit about you. I got a dog. You like me. I don't give a shit about. But you're gonna respect me.
Yeah.
Remember, Z man, when you say that, you don't have to explain to someone why respect is important to you. Hey, I want respect. That like shit. Because remember, when you like somebody and you put under a little bit of pressure, you'll fold. If you respect somebody and you hold that person in high esteem, you think twice. But if you just like somebody, shit hits the fan, you got no, you don't have there's no loyalty to like. There's a loyalty to respect. There's no loyalty to like. So always be mindful of that, Z-Man. Anyhow. Boy, I got on my tangent. I'm sorry about that one, boy.
No, that was real, though. That's because, again, though, it still goes back to that dynamic, I think, overall. It's about even the lack of respect for people trying to build equity. That's my thing. Like, going back to how you said, like, at the end of the day, when shit hits the fan, it's about respect over like. And like you said, in this era and time, so many people also strive to be liked more than they are to be respected. And even socially, like, that's the goal, right? The likes, right? Versus whether or not that's a respectable thing that you did to earn those likes. So, again, what you said is it reigns through, like, even today. And then back with these ownerships, like the ownership thing, one of the things I was thinking earlier, too, is like, so many of these teams are changing hands faster than you know that they're up for sale. The Celtics went up for sale. They were sold very, very quickly. The Portland Trail Blazers went up for sale. So, again, even that, the inability for black...
Well, you don't even know. It's just like...
They can't even get the money together.
Yeah, it's like when a house come up for sale. Because, first of all, the Lakers were sold for $10 million. That's a pretty... But I have no doubt that Magic could have put together an investment group. Now, you probably didn't want... I mean, that other part you got to look, too. Do I mean, Portland, they gonna. I mean, that $4 billion range will probably be there. There's more upside to the Lakers than them. So
for that $10 billion group,
yeah, you probably want to stay in that group there. But that still didn't say, you know what? Hey, Z, hey, Rick, hey, Portland, they're in that skeleton team. Do you guys have any interest?
That's
You know,
right.
30-day window that you can put together an investment group. Mm-hmm. No, they already knew who they were going to call up. Because I'll tell you a secret about people. People always run with people who doesn't embarrass them. Mm. They want to. If I like you, I do one thing. If I respect you, I put money in your pocket. Mm-hmm. Well, I tell people this all the time. When a person says, I like you, what do they do when they like you? Oh, they give you a free sandwich. Mm-hmm. When they respect you, they show you how they got to where they were making that sandwich. Mm-hmm.
How they got connected to the people that can give free sandwiches.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what I tell people. That's the bad part about it. But anyway, with that said, I got to get rolling, dog. But Z, you made my day. That's what I call and say. You made my day, man. Thank you very much for that one.
I appreciate you too, man. Happy birthday. I had to give you a call, man, and show some love and just, make sure I spoke to you today. It was important.
Yeah, I appreciate that one, man. I like you, man. Stay well.
All right, man. I'm going to holler at you later.
Yes, you will.
Love you too. Bye. So it's my dad's birthday, and he called every time we get on the phone. I try to make sure I capture our little conversations. We talk a little sports, talk a little life. So this will be up on the channel for y'all to take it in. Enjoy y'all weekend. This was recorded on a Friday, August 15th. The day that the reason that I am here is the reason that I'm here. It's love.